we're not done with crazy cool covers either. So come back next week, and there'll be many a radiant surprise on the Roots and Roll radio show.
22 West.
We are 22 West Radio. 22 West Radio is 22westmedia.com at 88.1 FM, KKJZ HD3, Long Beach, Los Angeles.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, and now, our World Broadcasting Tag Team Champions of the World and a Cruiserweight Champion.
I'm Ethan.
I'm James.
I'm Rob.
And this is episode 98 of Beyond the Ropes. We are BTR Pro Wrestling Talk. How's it going, everyone?
Hey. Things are going pretty good. Can't complain.
We've got a lot to discuss tonight. Very interesting episode.
All about Bret Hart?
No. You're not gonna be here for the next
Jim?
show, and I'm just gonna trash.
Jim the Anvil Neidhart?
Keep better.
The British Bulldog?
Sure.
Owen Hart?
Sure.
Brian Pillman?
Okay, why not?
I was gonna say I'm running out of hearts, but there's like 100 of
There's
them.
100 of them. Let's get started with some results from WWE Crown Jewel. That's right, the real life Halloween Havoc.
In real life, yeah.
How was did you guys do anything for Halloween, by the way? Nothing?
Not any,
I didn't do it.
I passed out some candy. There was actually more kids than expected that came by my house.
Oh,
And
wonderful.
then it got to the point where I had to run out, go get more candy at the store.
Oh, you actually did that?
Yeah, but then by the time I came back, there was no kids, so now I have a big bowl of candy still at the house.
Oh, you bring some over whenever you want. Should have. How did you think of us?
I don't want you to get cavity.
I appreciate it. That's very kind.
You're welcome.
All right, so some WWE Crown
And,
Jewel results.
actually, another funny note before
Oh,
we continue
go
on.
ahead.
I actually went to the dentist the day after Halloween.
What'd you say?
Nothing. I mean, it was all good. I just found it like,
It was very coincidence.
yeah.
Coincidence, yeah.
And they said they were jam packed that day, so a bunch of other kids probably up in there. So,
Oh,
I'm
not
just
having a
saying,
fun Halloween.
not having a fun. Well, post Halloween, yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Anyway, sorry for the interruption.
No worries. Crown Jewel. Let's
That
talk
would-
about it.
Yeah. There's
The kickoff show. Well, we'll get to the controversial part after. Let's just go through it. So speed through the
a
results.
lot of people tell you it's all controversial.
Well, it's a very controversial subject, where especially where they're performing at. But let's start off with the kickoff show, the 20-man battle royal. We all said Cedric was gonna win that match. It
Yeah.
didn't happen.
No, who?
Humberto Carrillo.
Humberto, who I'm still trying to get familiar with. I thought he was that Mansoor guy at first, but
No, that's a different.
He was in a different match.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, Humberto is cruiserweight. We have some more cruiserweight news actually. A little bit.
that's
later in
right.
the show.
Yeah, this is true.
Got that lined up for later, but yeah, Humberto won the battle royal, and he faced AJ Styles for the United States Championship, as we all predicted again. AJ would retain. Not surprising, but it was a good match.
It wasn't a squash.
No, it was a quality match, a good showing for
I wonder
Humberto.
what went into. Hey, we're gonna make this guy victorious.
They needed someone to earn the spot, I guess. I don't know.
I guess. I mean, it's like I don't
I
know.
mean, he's good in the ring.
I mean,
so,
no, that's
yeah.
cool. I just wonder how that decision was made.
They probably needed to fill up the card for.
I mean, you have
everyone
like
to
30
get
guys in the battle royal, no?
20. Everyone wants to get paid. Well,
I bet you.
don't know-
I bet
don't
you he did not get paid double. If anything, he probably got.
know. No, he got paid the same amount, but I'm saying they probably needed to fill everyone
Yeah.
up with matches and
I
stuff,
get you.
even if they maybe didn't want to be there, and they probably don't want to go back after what
Nah.
happened this past
Well,
weekend.
hey, now they're
No.
going back.
Yeah, they are. So we'll talk about that in a little bit. We keep teasing it there, but next up, the opening contest for the actual main card for the WWE Championship. Wow, I was totally wrong on this. Brock Lesnar defended against Cain Velasquez.
This was the opening match. Huh?
It was a squash match.
Yeah, I know. I watched the whole thing on Twitter. Right, like
They aired it on
like
SmackDown
30
the next
minutes
night.
ago.
The whole
It-
thing.
the way it was going. Okay, so it was like 2 minutes and 9 seconds.
10 seconds. Oh, yeah, 19.
Well,
Whatever. However.
when on Twitter, I think
Wikipedia said 10
it might have been. Anyways,
seconds. Wikipedia.
so what I watched on Twitter was it looked promising. To be honest, the early. I mean, not really. It was kind of
It
ugly.
looked like a fight.
Well, it did, and then they were in a. They kept getting into the corner too much, and they were hugging each other, and they're probably communicating at that point. And then when Brock went on the ground, I was like, okay. I thought I thought he had him. I thought Kane had him, but
He put him in Nakamura.
yeah.
And apparently, Kane is injured.
Is it?
He has a bad knee. They knew that before they signed him, which is why the match ended
Sure.
relatively quickly. They just
That
wanted to
makes
get it over
sense,
with.
and you already have it built,
You
and
have-
that's why they're back on the whole Rey Mysterio thing, and you're not, But I do think with, yeah, I mean, I was kind of wondering what the deal was there, and once you kind of say that, then it makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense.
But yeah, that was a squash. No, I don't know if it was a squash. I just
It
feel
made
it
it
was
feel like a UFC fight,
in a way.
which it could have ended relatively quickly.
The thing that bothers me about it is the when Kane took Brock to the ground, and he was like punching him in the abs, punching him, yada yada, and then the camera angle got weird, and so it kind of almost looks like Kane fell into, kind of gave his arm up,
Yeah.
so it got kind of funky.
Yeah, I
But
can see that.
and then they don't really show him tapping out. There was two bad.
No, it was from the
there
other
were
side.
there were two bad camera angles there,
Mhm.
and I don't know. Part of that's to try and preserve him,
Yeah, probably.
but
Yeah. All right. Next up,
it wasn't pretty.
the World Cup to determine the best tag team in the world. We were all wrong. You guys said the B team was gonna get built,
I did.
and I said Viking Raiders.
But I think the week before I said Revival
probably,
wasn't that
and they wasn't them either. So we all lost. I said the Viking
So who
Raiders.
won?
The OC, Gallows and Anderson picked
Really?
up the victory. So this is how the match, I guess, went. I don't know. It started off with. It started off with Dolph Ziggler and Robert Roode versus Lucha House Party. Roode and Ziggler
Okay.
ended up getting the victory. Second were Hawkins and Ryder. Roode and Ziggler quickly
Mhm.
got that victory as well. Then Heavy Machinery
Okay.
and Heavy Machinery picked up the victory there. I believe B Team was next, and they lost to Heavy Machinery.
Mhm.
I think I fell asleep halfway through the match, to be honest. So
You
I
were-
don't know.
It was early in the morning actually, like the
Yeah.
way it.
Well, I think I saw it later. And I didn't watch it live,
Oh,
but I
well,
was tired.
just the way. I mean, it was.
The last two teams were the OC and the Viking Raiders. And OC got the victory. They pinned the tag champions, so it's a big deal. So
There you go.
yeah, so that happened. The New Day were also involved. I believe they beat Heavy Machinery and the Revival, I think, something like that. So a match I completely fell asleep for was Mansoor versus Cesaro. I know who won. Mansoor,
Because he's the hometown guy.
of course.
How long did that match go?
12 minutes and 45 seconds, so decent.
Doesn't mean it was a good match. I didn't
It's
watch
Cesaro,
that
I
one,
think
but
it was a good match.
it had to have been a good match if it went 12 minutes.
Yeah.
12 minutes
up,
of anything with Cesaro had to have been good.
yeah. Next up, Tyson Fury versus Braun Strowman. How did our predictions go? I said Tyson
Well,
Fury.
a lot of it was based on how the other thing was going to go. I said this one was more likely to have a clean finish. I did catch the end of this one. And I was surprised. No, it wasn't really a clean finish.
He won by count out, technically.
I wish they would have just said knockout.
Well, Braun wasn't necessarily.
In the
he
ring.
was moving. He was moving, trying to.
Yeah,
get
but
back
they do
on.
that in boxing though. I just
That's
think they should have played up on it more because it's boxing, because he's a boxer.
Yeah, I guess.
And say, because when they get knocked out, they count, they do the whole,
Right.
they go to 10. And so, I get it, he was outside or whatever, but I don't know. They should have called it a DQ, a TKO instead of a count out.
I think it would have made.
Which I guess
Braun,
is almost the same.
it would have made Braun look weaker. By saying count out, it just means he just can't get back in the ring. If you knock
Yes
him
and
out,
no.
then
I mean, he's a boxer. Like, you know what
yeah,
I
but
mean?
Braun's also 7 foot, 400
Yeah.
pounds.
Floyd Mayweather knocked out the Big Show.
Yeah, but he had help and he had weapons. So.
Yeah, so.
Anyways, Braun did hit a power slam after the match. To
Yeah, I thought it was-
Fury.
Yeah, I think that was a moment to try and
I guess
save
so,
his
but-
credibility.
Yeah, so.
And I just think it should have let. You know what I didn't like about that match though?
What didn't you
And
like?
again, this is not. I mean, I don't know what you really expect from guys like Kane and and Tyson Fury, but the way he celebrated the victory after, and then he kind of celebrates away from the hard camera or away from the entrance ramp, and I don't know, it felt very staged. Like it wasn't very believable.
Yeah,
like I knew it was
was
coming.
weird,
yeah.
yeah.
because it was like he told. It was kind of like the signal was made
The
for him
camera
to go.
The camera was faced on him
Yeah.
when he was looking a certain direction away from
Right.
pretty much the majority of the ring.
I
Braun
knew.
come in.
I knew it was coming.
Yeah.
It made it very obvious.
Next up, we talked about the U.S. title match, so we don't really need to talk about it. AJ retained, solid match. Gallows and Anderson brought out the World Cup. You got the giant
So
trophy.
they were the big winners of the night.
History was made. This was a very good match, emotional moment. Natalia took on Lacey Evans, the first ever women's match in at least WWE in Saudi Arabia.
Right.
It was a very big deal. They made a big deal about this. Was after our show, so we didn't.
Yeah,
discuss
when
it.
they announced it maybe the day before.
It was the day before at a press conference.
See, I would like
promoting
to.
that.
I would like to know more what went into that.
I think they tried to do it last time and they didn't approve it. So I think WWE's just been trying to make
Just
strides.
lean into that.
And they finally got the opportunity last week. Obviously, there's still more to go.
And there's like they had their they have their
had-
outfits, but then they had to wear their shirts on top of it,
They
which
had to be covered up.
is kind of weird.
And they were both faces. Clear faces.
Yeah.
Lacey Evans was not in character at all.
That's
which,
right.
I mean,
See, but and I guess it's not a bad thing.
it's not a bad thing
but
for
they
the
worked-
situation, but
True, but then they also worked kind of slow. I felt like it was almost a little too slow, especially because I know Natalia could probably be a lot faster.
I think they were trying to make this match as
Right.
good without any mistakes.
Yeah,
So they obviously
right.
wanted to impress, audiences and
Do you know anything about that? The woman they were hugging after?
No,
I'm kind of curious. I know Stephanie kind of tweeted something about it too.
I'm assuming she's some type of influential figure.
Right, that's what I'm thinking
Obviously,
too. I would have liked to have known more about that.
Yeah.
So.
Good match. Natalia picked up the victory by a sharpshooter. They hugged it out. There was a lot of emotion.
Yeah.
Corey and Michael Cole, who called the match, were clearly emotional. They even were emotional, and it was a good moment. So if anything good came out of that night and that weekend, it was at least that.
I think it's going to be one of those moments where we look back later on and say, oh, that was really a big deal. Compared to right now, I think it's kind of hard to put into
A lot of people have some
perspective and really kind of...
Yeah, they have some bad eyes on
Yeah.
Crown Jewel and that
Yeah.
situation. So,
Mhm.
but it was a nice moment for at least the ladies. They were very emotional. They did post-match interviews. Obviously, they talked about it beforehand, and
Yeah.
it was a big deal. Next up, Team Hogan versus Team Flair.
I can't get over that Shorty G outfit.
It's great. It's phenomenal. It's
I
they
didn't
picked up the
forget. I
victory.
didn't forget that I'm getting you one if it's on WWE Shop.
Go ahead.
What are you, medium?
I wear extra large shirts.
I don't know if they got Shorty G and an extra large.
Attacking the size. Wow. All right, so that match happened. It was cool for what it was. 20-minute match.
Everyone
I
gotta
said
get their
Hogan,
stuff in.
I said Hogan. You guys. You said Flair, didn't you, bro?
Hogan's team had Roman Reigns and stuff.
He picked up the victory, of
I
course.
did, yeah.
So it was fine.
I can't get over that outfit.
All right, and then we had main event time.
Even in the like the post match celebration and they're all on the stage and like they just won the Super Bowl and stuff and you just see this lime green and blue.
I like the colors, but
the colors
the
are
outfit
great.
isn't. The outfit isn't. I'll admit it's not.
It looks like
It looks
like an NBA outfit,
Yeah,
but
it's a
then
basketball player
but then it looks like shiny. It looks like plastic.
Yeah.
I just can't.
Maybe when he gets different colors, maybe you'll appreciate it more. Maybe he just needs nicer colors.
Maybe that's not his color scheme.
Maybe not. I like it. All right. Main event time. Falls Count Anywhere match for the WWE Universal Championship. I was right.
Yeah,
And you're gonna owe me. 5 jumping jacks. I said, right?
We can go 5.
It was more than one because one jumping
Yeah,
jack.
it was more than one.
Was it 10? It wasn't 10, was it?
Part of me was thinking about this over the weekend. Was it 10? I don't know, but
I'm not looking back at the show. Rob edited the footage. Did you catch
Which one?
for the jumping jacks?
how many jumping jacks?
Did
I
we
thought
say-
this was 5.
Okay, it was
Okay,
fine.
five.
I was thinking it was 5.
I was warming up just in case I had to do them today, but we are saving them for the 100th
We'll save it for the 100th episode, whenever that is. We have to discuss that off the air.
Yeah, we'll get
more.
just stay updated. We'll keep you updated on
We'll give you
on
our
Twitter at Real BTR Radio.
Yeah, we'll give more
2
plugs.
hours.
Yeah, we'll give more plugs to that when we return.
And so yes, you were right.
the Fiend.
But I don't like everything that's come as a result of this.
No, because
It's messy and ugly and
no, it's
and
good.
Bad writing.
No, it was right.
Not this. This is fine.
No, it's
But
right.
what has happened as
I
a
know.
result?
No, it's fine. That's the only way they could have done it.
They could have just not had the draft.
They already did it. So
Talk
so-
about the match before I can start my rant.
I think I kind of fell asleep halfway through the match too. I saw the ending, so I know what happened.
That's all that counts.
Essentially, Bray, he went through, he fell off the stage, big explosion or whatever.
And he took how many stomps? I feel like you tweeted
Took a
this out or
couple. He took-
someone
he took a
tweeted
couple.
out. Like that was 9.
It wasn't. It might have been that many. And that might have been a hell of a sell. I don't know.
Yeah, okay, that might have been.
This one it seemed like a couple last time, but it could have been 9. Anyways, he got up after that and then put the mandible claw on Seth and got the big hit Seth's sister Abigail, I think, and then won the title. So the Fiend is champion, and now we get hit a commercial break. And when we return, we're going to talk about the controversy
yes.
after this, as
Okay.
well as probably the greatest SmackDown episode in the history of SmackDown. Period. So let's discuss it later on.
Are we gonna talk about Brock Lesnar? Can we talk about
We'll talk about it.
finish up this discussion, all this madness that has happened as a result of?
Now we gotta hit a commercial break.
I'm talking about after the commercial break.
We'll see. It's not on my
It's
list.
not
I
in your
got my
list.
show notes here.
Well, add a rant to your show list.
Why do you have? All right. Let's just get to commercial, Rob, and then when we return, we're gonna talk more about Saudi Arabia and the possible hostage situation that we cannot confirm at all.
Dun dun dun.
Attention broadcasters, podcasters, and videographers.
Wait,
The
hold on
second
this.
annual
Right, the
Intercollegiate
time that I
Broadcasting
wrote the
Systems
commercials and stuff.
Multimedia Conference will be held here at Long
Oh,
Beach State
I thought
on
you had to,
Saturday,
like, write our
November
topics
16th.
down. I thought it was for your
hosted by
editing.
22 West
Every
Radio.
host has
The
to
one-day
have
conference is a network stream.
So that shows that stays
45
there the whole
industry
day.
professionals
Yeah, in case
in
they get
24
audited,
workshops,
they have
2
to
master
know
classes,
commercials
and
played at
2
one time.
special podcasting events.
To get
A
audited.
Q&A with the host of NPR's most
I wanted
popular
to go to this
podcast,
event.
Radio
This
Lab.
event you went to
Jad
last year, right?
Abumrad will be in the
And
house,
you-
Next
plus a
Saturday.
live recording
You
session
paid-
of Heat
you
Rocks,
paid for
the
it.
podcast for
$50.
maximum
Yeah, it
fun.
was like 50. I thought about
Registration
doing it,
includes
but
a bagel breakfast
It's not
and a
too late.
full lunch.
it's
Register now
Yeah,
at
it was like about podcasting
mediaconferences.org.
stuff.
Once again, it's
I don't think I'd
mediaconferences,
make it
all
on
one
Saturday,
word,
though, but-
.org.
actually if that's starting.
That's Saturday.
Enjoy the best
Big
Not this one, the next one.
even Richard
It's second to
Stevens.
14. Something like that.
Something like
Songs from the
that. I thought about
60s
going. It
and
sounded
80s
interesting,
that
but
made it on the
did you
charts
take anything
already.
from it, or did you like it? Or?
And
I
there
did.
are thousands of
I met
songs
the
to
current
choose
producer
from.
of Rick
Sometimes
Hughes.
fast, and
This
sometimes
week,
these
this
songs
time it could be somebody
are
else.
slow.
But
The touch
it just
of
depends on
heart
which track you see.
classic
There's a
hits
lot of them.
at the beach.
I am interested
Now, 2
because
hours
one of them's going to
Mondays
cover
from
video
3 to 5
incorporated in
p.m.
radio, and I just want to see what they have to say.
Oh, okay. So you're going.
Yeah, I already paid.
I thought about
Yo, brothers and sisters, if you're a die-hard,
Yeah, I
gut-bucket,
just-
soul-stirred rock and roller,
Really all it is
Gen
collecting business
X,
cards.
Y, or
Yeah,
Z,
yeah. I mean, I
chances
just
real
thought it
good
was.
You've been robbed of a rock education. And that's because you grew up
I
on
wish they put out the
covers
schedule.
of covers
Like the
instead of
workshops.
hearing
Do they have it?
original
It's on
songs
on that
made
website.
by the
Alright.
Mediaconferences.org, I
artists
think it's
who
called.
Oh, okay,
invented
JCC
rock
was
and
in
roll.
on that too. I
So
think.
come to Rock Grad School every
Media
Monday night
conferences?
at 5 p.m. to the Roots and Roll
Yeah, I'm going to
radio
visit
show.
the video. I want to see what they
I'm your
have to
host,
say about video and radio.
Dr. Boogie.
Yeah, I'd like to.
We are 22 West Radio. 22 West Radio is 22westmedia.com and 88.1 FM KKJZ HD3 Long Beach, Los Angeles.
I don't know.
And we're back with episode 98 of Beyond the Ropes. I'm Ethan.
I'm James. I'm Rob.
And we are BTR Pro Wrestling Talk. You can give us a like on Facebook, facebook.com/Beyond the Ropes, where we post predictions every episode uploaded. I believe Rob uploaded up to 97, so we're up to date there.
Last week's sorry.
All right, awesome. And we also have Twitter accounts. You can follow me, Ethan, individually at EthanMD95. You can follow James at
JHW Reporter.
and you can follow Rob at
Sunflower Media.
and you can follow all of us collectively, even though currently I think I'm the only one that has ever tweeted from it.
Yeah, but I tag it.
You
I
do.
tag
You
it.
do cover.
I be getting my stuff in.
Yeah, I only tweet stuff.
I know you do. That's why I tag
Alright,
it.
Real BTR Radio. That is Real BTR Radio. BTR Radio has 2 R's. There we go. And we're not on You Now tonight.
But you would still use Ask Questions if we were.
If we were, but we're not.
I'm putting all the commercials in advance.
That's alright.
That's
We're not
fine.
judging you.
Well, we don't need to be on You Now every week.
I'm just waiting for my rant.
No. That's not in the. It's not in the notes. You should have told me this earlier. I have my notes.
Yeah, but but I got myself all worked up.
We'll talk
over
about it in a
here,
little bit.
About to turn heel and flip the ping pong table over
Oh,
here on campus.
is that so?
Yeah.
No. Tranquilo. Paulo Andrade.
That was it. Is that
Andrade.
Andrade? Okay.
Alright.
All right.
Alright. Saudi Arabia, we gotta talk about this because this was the story this past
Yes,
weekend.
it was.
Up until even now it's still talked about. But so after the Saudi Arabia show, Crown Jewel, this past Thursday, Vince McMahon and a few VIP people flew back here to States, to New York, to Buffalo for Friday Night SmackDown. I believe Brock Lesnar was on one of those planes. He has his own
Of
jet.
course he was.
We're not gonna. That's in his contract. I believe Hogan and Flair were on one of those planes as well, and a few other, I guess VIP or employees or whatever.
Yeah.
And about 175 employees and talent, the roster, were pretty much left stranded there for more than 24 hours in Saudi Arabia.
Including, I know Cesaro was one of them. He tweeted a video.
There were a number of people. Rusev tweeted even saying pray for us at this point because they didn't know where they were going to go.
So were they in Saudi Arabia or did they go somewhere else? Because I thought
They were in Saudi.
Cesaro's tweet said they were in Sweden. Or something like that. Like they may have flown. Maybe they stopped for gas.
So the rumor was after they. So I'll say what WWE said first, and then I'll talk about Cesaro. WWE said in an official statement that the chartered plane the company was planning to use experienced mechanical issues that preluded it from flying. They said that the plane was being repaired and will be inspected and certified before returning to service to transport our passengers to their final destination. So that was a comments from Atlas Air, which was the charter company that they used.
What was wrong with what?
They didn't say.
Yeah, no. What I'm saying is, they knew something was wrong with the plane, but they didn't. Like,
Well, that's why they didn't fly.
yeah.
Apparently the wrestlers and employees were trapped there for 46 hours, sitting in the plane, and then they were told to get out and go back to the hotel.
After 46 hours.
426.
Oh, 426. I was like.
No,
geez.
they'd still be over there.
I was like.
No, 426 hours.
Okay.
And apparently a handful, about a dozen, that's one of the handful, but about a dozen people decided to go take another charter. They pay their own way to get back. I believe it was some of the talent that needed to be back
On
for
the
Friday Night
show,
SmackDown.
yeah.
So it was, I believe, Roman, maybe Baron Corbin,
Oh.
had the
really?
revival and the New
So
Day.
these are some. No, I mean these are notable people. These aren't.
They needed to get back obviously for SmackDown. 'cause
I
they were
mean,
on the show.
But
and
if they were stranded, I mean that's on them. I hope they got their money back.
I hope so too. But the rest had to wait until very late. I don't know if it was early Saturday morning or very late Friday night. I don't know what time
Yeah.
it was over there, but eventually they did get back on the plane and they got home safely, thankfully. But there was also a number of rumors going on. So I'm reading this from Bleacher Report, and this was said. Apparently, sources say that the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia owed WWE money from its previous show in the country, Super Showdown, this past June. Vince McMahon reportedly cut the live feed from Crown Jewel in country as part of the dispute. So that was a big deal. Apparently there was skepticism regarding WWE's story going on, saying there was mechanical issues.
Yeah.
And so I mentioned McMahon, Hogan, Lesnar, and Flair were able to leave on their own private jets and left a lot of people very upset. And they had to alter their plans for SmackDown, which we'll get into in a bit. And so essentially, apparently a lot of people lost respect for Vince because he kind of left them. They felt stranded. That's what's going around. So
yeah, I mean, in a way, if they have private planes or plane, you gotta get as many guys as you can on there. The fact that you say Roman Reigns wasn't even on there.
Well, here's the thing, like, nobody knew the mechanical issues
Yeah,
or whatever issues were happening until after they had already left.
But so that's the thing. So you can't blame him for that. But two, I'm just kind of surprised Roman Reigns isn't on the private plane.
Well, he's one of the guys. So
yeah, that's cool. But if he's Vince's guy, I'm not saying that wrong, but if Vince,
not in his contract, I don't know.
If that's Vince's guy, if that was Stone Cold Steve Austin, is he not on the plane?
Stone Cold is. He's a legend, though. Roman's not there.
I'm not saying he is or he isn't. But what I'm saying is,
Seth is one of Vince's guys too. He's not on the.
If this was John Cena.
Cena probably has his own plane as well, just like Brock. So.
But even if this was 7 years ago.
Probably it's in his contract. Cena's still on a different level.
You think so? I mean, yes and no. He's farther along in his career,
He's
but
a household name. Roman is not as much. He might be, because especially with Fast and Furious, he might be.
Roman Reigns should have been on the plane.
I mean, everyone should have gotten.
Oh, of course, everyone should have been on the plane. But if we have to make some sack, no, I'm kidding.
This isn't the dispute here.
I'm just
AJ Styles, who's on Mixer a lot, playing the video game.
Okay.
He answered some questions saying, he said he had the best sleep following the incident in the hospital in Saudi Arabia. He said that they told him that there were mechanical issues and there was like a fuel engine or something was in the front of the plane, so they had to get off, and the person running it couldn't move it because he already left for the day. And he said that there weren't any guns, and nor did they feel unsafe at any point during this.
He said there were no guns.
No guns, and nor did they feel unsafe during this entire situation. So that's some good news. And he says he doesn't want to talk about it more until he finds out more information about whatever the situation is.
Okay.
Apparently there was a meeting earlier today. Seth spoke to apparently a lot of Ross are saying, let's not talk about it on social media,
Someone talked about it. Someone talked about it on social media about Seth not talking about it, saying that's.
It was a report, yeah, and I don't know. I guess it was very forfeit or whatever, but nobody had any questions regarding it. I guess their talent relations person talked to them about the situation. So I don't know what's gonna happen. But we did find out that apparently they extended their deal till 2027, 2 shows a year. So. WWE is not apparently backing down from this Saudi Arabia.
And I'd be curious. I mean,
situation.
This is one of these situations too where I've heard before where they said if you don't want to, I forgot whose podcast or what podcast it was, but they said if you don't want to go, you don't have to go. It was for like the tribute to the troop thing, back when they were actually going to Afghanistan and stuff. So you don't have to go, but then it was kind of like, but you kind of like you're not required to go, but you should be going. And so I'd be curious to see out of the list of people who were stranded, how many of them go the next time around, or what the
There were a number of tweets I saw. Yeah, we're not going back, or some. There were a lot of unhappy people.
So Daniel Bryan didn't go. That's why he was on SmackDown.
Correct.
Because
he hasn't been going
because he doesn't want to.
He doesn't want to go.
Right.
He's a big enough name not to go. To say he doesn't want to go. Kevin Owens doesn't go for support of.
Is that for Sammy?
For Sammy, because Sammy can't go because there's an issue between Syrians and Saudi people.
Okay.
And obviously the women. I mean, they just got 3 women to appear on the show. By the way, Lana did appear with Lashley, our favorite storyline. And then who else didn't go?
That's the storyline I really want to know about.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's gonna find out tonight. We're gonna find out if Rusev cheated on Lana. She accused him of cheating last week. They close out the show. Hey, I will give. I will give.
So what? They closed out Raw.
Last night, last
yeah,
week.
Yeah.
I will give them credit. The crowd was into it. They were actually into it for the little brawl that they had, and it was quite entertaining. It was a mess, but it was entertaining.
I mean, that's great. I'm sure it is. I just don't like that.
It's not the storyline you wanna include those guys in.
I just feel because there was a whole thing where I believe Bobby Lashley's married too, and that was part of his decision. Like
He was. I think he got divorced. I don't know if he.
Because she was on TNA, wasn't she?
They got divorced years ago.
That from the person that was on TNA.
I don't know if he's
No.
remarried or not. But
Oh well, still, I mean, Lana and Rusev is kind of like
Yeah, that's an awkward situation.
If Lana and Rusev end up getting a divorce 3 years from now, I'm blaming it on this.
oh wow,
Yeah, no, I really am.
you don't know their personal life. Maybe
No, I
they're-
don't. No, I don't. No,
Maybe they're okay
I
with
really
it.
don't. You want to know what it's kind of not weird, but so I've been to the ESPYs the last 2 years in a row,
Okay.
and I think Lana has been there for both. And then I went to this pre-ESPYs party. It wasn't a party, but it was like another red carpet event. And Lana was there too. I didn't know that was. I wasn't expecting to see Lana there, so I didn't think it was Lana. Anyways, Rusev wasn't there, and I think I even asked her about it. I said, "Where's Rusev?" And she said, "Oh, he's playing video games." Which there's nothing wrong with that. I just thought it was weird that
down.
I just thought it was weird that like they would send her out for public appearances, but not Rusev.
I mean,
I'm just talking
It could
stories,
just-
but I'm just 3 years from now.
scheduled.
If something happens 3 years from now, I'm blaming it on this storyline right here. You heard it here first.
All right.
I'll be on
Well,
the ropes. Anyways, we're not taking a commercial. I'm just plugging the show.
no, we don't. We have a few more minutes. You want what do you want to talk about, Raw? Because I'm gonna talk about SmackDown, which features
I've
Brock,
already thrown him off his list.
but
The only outstanding list that remains is Jericho's.
what are you
Boom,
talking
your
about?
mind. I don't know. I'm just blowing your mind.
What list?
Um,
what is this list?
Your list over there.
Oh, go ahead.
Sure.
Go ahead. Talk about Brock.
Anyways, now that I've confused you and I got the microphone over myself, I think it is poorly written the way they've done Brock Lesnar and Bray Wyatt's title switch deal.
So Friday night on SmackDown. I'm gonna talk about this, and then we'll talk about this. You can rant, and then we'll go to commercial.
Okay.
And when we return, we're gonna talk about the rest of SmackDown because that deserves a lot of attention.
It will.
And
because you're Undisputed Era. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
It's,
No, I know.
They're the main
Go
show,
on, go
right?
on.
All right, so Brock Lesnar opened SmackDown. They revealed that obviously their talent could not get back, so they had to work with the limited crew.
Right. And so this was after Saudi.
This was
So-
Friday. This was the next day. Yes.
Right, so Brock had made it back.
Brock made it back.
Brock was
safely.
on SmackDown.
Yes.
Okay,
He
go
opened the
on.
show.
I just want to make sure we're all clarified.
Brock came out. Paul Heyman said he was angry because
Mhm.
Rey Mysterio attacked Brock after the match with the chair. He says Vince said that he couldn't get to Rey because he's on Raw. There's
Mhm.
brand split. This makes sense from a
Oh,
story.
look at
me,
them sticking to the brand story.
Because, so Brock said, well, now I quit Friday Night SmackDown and you'll see me on Raw because I'm going to go hunt for Rey Mysterio.
Can you
That's what he
believe
did.
in 2019, Brock Lesnar is switching shows so he can chase down Rey Mysterio?
That's fine. I think they made it better than just saying, oh, well, Bray has to go to Raw just because he won,
But that's exactly what it is.
No, it shouldn't. He won the title. He's a SmackDown guy. He stayed on SmackDown. He brought the title with him.
Okay,
Brock
but now
quits.
you.
From a storyline perspective, it makes sense. He quit.
Sure.
He's no longer SmackDown
Sure.
guy. Okay, they can
No,
send him to Raw.
it makes perfect sense storyline wise, but that's exactly what it is. It's just very
I'm fine
poor.
with it.
So to me, it just leads me to think that they had Brock on SmackDown to. Hopefully, I would think Fox was in on it,
I think
but they got him on Fox so he could be on on SmackDown, and they could say he's been on SmackDown for the first time in 10 years and be a part of the first show on Fox.
I'm going to tell you this. I don't think they planned for Bray Wyatt to win the title before the draft.
I didn't either. I wouldn't be having to do jumping jacks.
That's why they probably had to come up with decision to move him back to Raw.
But this is why I told you he should have been on Raw in the first place, because that's where Paul Heyman's running the show.
Look, Fox wanted Brock.
Did they?
They also, clearly,
They gave him up.
they probably had no choice. WWE probably said, look, we need our champion. You get the Fiend, but we need Brock on Raw.
I just wanted to know what the pitch was there to say, like, hey, Bray's hot right now. Fox should be more than happy to have him right now. You know what I mean?
And he's very happy to have him. I don't know. That Fox on...
That Twitter account?
They're making a Fox account. They love him.
They're all in on it. I mean, I'll give him credit. I did find it weird that they tweeted Raw. They tweeted the Brock Lesnar thing. Because I retweeted it, and
They're tweeting live during Raw, which is, yeah, it's odd.
But not only that, but they used the Raw logo. They had Brock Lesnar on it, and then they had their little Fox logo in the corner, which is kind of interesting because that's not their show, and I wonder if there's like some trademarks.
Yeah, it's WWE stuff, I guess.
Anyways, I'm
So
just
you
very
good?
frustrated at the very poor writing that is going on.
They've done a lot worse.
Of course they have, but
That's a minimal issue. I don't have a problem with it.
I don't mind if they rename that top then.
No, they're gonna
but
give
they
it a
just
different strap.
but that's the what on Bray?
They're gonna give him a unique title or change the blue, change
Yeah,
it to a blue strap. Or
When
something.
is Survivor Series?
It's coming up in like 3 weeks.
If he doesn't get a strap in 2 weeks, he's losing the belt at Survivor Series.
Well,
You heard it here
yeah,
first.
we'll see what happens with Survivor Series because we don't know what's gonna happen. We do know something that is gonna happen. And that's gonna be Raw versus SmackDown versus NXT for the first time ever.
Has this been confirmed?
It was confirmed on Crown Jewel when they did the commercial for it.
Oh.
And we're going to discuss all this and more when we return because NXT had a major influence on this past Friday's SmackDown.
Yes, it did.
Alright, let's hit the commercial break. We'll be back on BTR.
This broadcast is brought to you.
You don't think
by the
that's poor
Audio
writing?
Lifelong Learning Institute, or
No.
It makes
at
sense.
CSULB.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, technically.
Right, so what's
But
wrong
in
with
a
it?
small world where what's his face wins the title and then we need
Or at
to
satellite location.
put him on the same show for 2 weeks or
Joy of
something.
learning with like-minded adults. There are no tests, no grades.
Just announce a fucking
Learn
trade or
more,
something. Like,
age less.
I think that is a
All.
trade.
Not
Actually-
official.
Actually, that could be the trade. Because the Blockbuster trade a few weeks ago was Alexa Bliss taking Cross to SmackDown.
Go Beach.
And Raw never got a superstar. They said that they would get a trade later. So Fox could have said,
Program
yeah, we'll give you
support
Brock.
for 22 West Radio.
no, you're defending poor booking.
With 307
Fine.
destinations worldwide.
Look, Brock
Turkish
To the
should
Airlines
have
casual
flies to
fan,
124
sure.
countries.
My dad
That's
will
what they
say,
Offers daily
okay.
nonstop
That's what they give
flights
it to.
from Los
Yeah, but
Angeles
still.
to Istanbul and
But
beyond.
where's
about
that going to
the-
make people
More
want to watch?
information. Visit TurkishAirlines.com.
No.
Widen your world.
It just is. To me, it's just a slap
They
in the
want people.
face.
They want people to watch on SmackDown. Ray's on SmackDown. He's
I
not.
get it, but it comes across
I'm
as a slap in
Earl
the face.
Beecher,
How's that slap in the
and
face?
I'd like to invite you to join me
Because, like, I know
every
you just
Monday
put
from
Brock
10
over there because Bray's over
until
there.
12 noon for
But now, so what are they gonna do with Seth?
music? You know, the
He said
kind
he was
of
gonna
stuff
discuss his
that you
future. I
play
tweeted about it
anything I want
when it
here,
happened.
So just
Okay.
join in
Stay on
and
the show,
listen
wait.
to the variety.
Oh,
So you're gonna join the Undisputed Era even?
No. Now you're going crazy here. You're just saying things. Just.
Have we had an NXT episode on the follow-up of Finn Balor?
Yes. Actually, let me bring that up right now.
Get ready, because I'm tagging you, man, to tune in to
That's our
22 West
truth
Radio
thing,
every
right?
Monday night
Yeah,
at
you
6
barely
p.m.
found that
Pacific.
out?
Yeah, I heard his music the other day. I'm like, wait a minute,
Myself,
that's.
You barely found that out?
I think he's mentioned it
Discuss
before.
everything.
I knew that from the first time I heard it. I said, he really does love that man.
So don't miss
Have
a
you heard
single
anything about
episode
what's
of
name?
Beyond the Ropes.
Jordan Smile or Miles? Has there been anything?
Quiet on the set.
He said
Can we please
yesterday,
have
he tweeted
quiet on
after
the
like
set?
transferring for multiple days. If I don't get what I want tomorrow, there's gonna be something bigger now.
Hey,
Everybody
I'm
everywhere
Ralph
smells
Flores,
like.
the
He's gonna get a
host of
watch.
Golden
There's gonna be a press
Fire.
release
Go ahead.
tomorrow.
At 7
We have
p.m.
let Jordan
As a
Miles go.
showcase of
Oh,
variety.
He messed himself up.
Jeez.
What they refer to as an exotic read.
Hi,
I
I
don't-
am
we don't need to talk
Carla
about it.
Perez.
We gotta talk about NXT and SmackDown.
Yeah, that's fine. We don't have time about it.
The television series.
As people have told
Still
me
mad you
before,
didn't tell me.
you
I could have had a
really
whole ass
feel you
interview
should
with
try
Rita.
stand-up.
And that's probably how
That
every
was a long time
Canadian
ago. That was at
starts.
Cerritos
I
College.
know.
Oh.
Still. Was it? I thought. Yeah, it was. That's right. I think I watched the video.
Yeah, and then the CD player
Every
recorder
week
messed
someone
up.
steps into the spotlight
But didn't you have it
and
on the
shares
video?
their story. You never
I was
know what
lucky
we
I
have
had
in
the video
store
because
on
it turns out the equipment
22S
at
Radio.
WQMD messed up.
Hi, this is
Alright,
Cassius.
we're back in
And
11
this is
seconds.
Squeeze. We're the hosts of Listomania.
So many
And
questions.
you're listening to 22S Radio.
Like, did she actually see these bad guys? Were they in costumes?
And we're back with episode 98 of Beyond the Ropes. I'm Ethan.
I'm James.
I'm Rob.
And we are BTR Pro Wrestling Talk. You can give us a like on our Facebook page, facebook.com/Beyond the Ropes, where Rob posts videos of every episode up to 97. We are as of yesterday, correct? And also predictions and additional content we want to post. We are also on Twitter. You can follow me individually at EthanNV95. You can follow James individually at
JHW Reporter.
and you can follow Rob individually at
Rob Flores Media.
and you can follow all of us collectively, the show, at Real BTR Radio. That is Real BTR Radio. BTR Radio has 2 R's in it. And we are currently on you now with the hashtag.
Ask questions.
And we've got some NXT to talk about. So, just gonna quickly cover NXT. Good show as always. They kind of don't know.
Are they still losing in the ratings? Yada yada.
Yeah, but it was a World Series or whatever. So
Yeah, no one's
no one
worried
really
about the
cares.
ratings.
No one cares. Finn Balor. We wanted to talk a
Yes.
little bit about Finn Balor because he turned heel 2 weeks ago,
Mm-hmm.
and you wanted to know if there was a follow up to it, and there was. He came out, same entrance music, same stage. He came out. He did his arm.
Yeah, he
thing,
still does that.
but he only did it once, and the second time he did the gun thing, and there was a spotlight, so the audience didn't get any
Yeah.
shine. You know how they put the lights on the audience? It was just
yeah.
a spotlight on him. So they cut
Okay.
that part. So it was a very
But no name change?
And because
He
need
a name change.
he's the Bullet Club now. He was the Bullet Club, but what is his new thing? The Balor Club. Okay.
Yeah,
I just
but-
make sure I get it.
But he came out. It was a relatively short promo, but I thought it was very effective. I don't remember exactly everything he said, but I will say, I think he said, it's funny, 2 months ago, I had to lay down for the hottest thing in the business just because he got a new mask. Talking about Bray Wyatt.
Mhm.
And he says, well, now I'm the hottest thing in the business. And he also said, there's a lot of people out there like to talk. There's a lot of Twitter tough guys. There's a lot of people in the back that like to talk. A lot of fans in the back that should be out here with all of you. He says, what did he say?
It was a half shoot.
It was kind of a half shoot. And he says, they watch the business, but I don't watch the business. The business watches me. And he pretty much said, hey, I heard Johnny Gargano is out of the hospital, so I'm happy for you. But if you want to go at it again, I'll be happy to put you back. And I'll make sure that you're no longer Johnny Wrestling. You're Johnny Watches Wrestling, how it should be.
That would actually be a good match.
And that was it.
Should be a fun
I
match.
think I got the gist of everything. So it was an effective promo. I liked it.
Sounds good.
The crowd, half the crowd still loves him, which
Yeah.
I mean, it happens. But it's good. I really liked it, and I'm looking
And-
forward to seeing how this heel Balor.
As long as he keeps that entrance, because I like that entrance.
It's a good entrance. But he only does it once, and then he does.
I mean,
that's fine.
That's fine, as long as he
He
doesn't.
does, does the guns.
And
Full
like
vocal.
Shinsuke, he changed it up completely.
He did. I like it.
It's alright.
I like the music.
I like the NXT one better.
They're both good.
No.
Yes. All right, getting back to SmackDown. This is what I want to talk about. We got 10 minutes to discuss this.
We only have to what?
That's right. We're almost done.
See.
We got so much to discuss today.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Tom Phillips, Aiden English, and Renee Young took over the commentary duties because Michael Cole and Corey Graves, the traditional SmackDown
Mhm.
commentators, were stuck in Saudi, of course. So they
No,
had to
the
take
IP,
over.
yeah.
Is that the one where she got hit in the face?
Yeah, wait,
Yes,
what happened with her
we'll
getting kicked
talk-
in the
we'll talk about
face?
that, we'll talk
I
about
heard
that.
something about that.
We'll talk about that. We talked about the Brock Lesnar, which opened up the show. So after that, after Brock Lesnar quit, they showed him leaving. The camera pans over to Triple H, And then Shawn Michaels appears.
Yeah.
Full NXT gear. He's got his NXT hat. He's got his NXT tracksuit.
Mm-hmm.
He's full NXT now. I love it.
He's all
It's
for
great.
it. Yeah.
Obviously, Triple H, the mastermind, the father of NXT, and Shawn Michaels over the last couple of years has been a very influential part, being kind of second in command, I guess.
Yeah, running the performance center and whatnot.
And so they cut to that. Then we get back from a commercial break. The SmackDown Women's Championship match, which was announced early in the day. It was Bayley defending against Nikki Cross. Good match. Sasha Banks got involved. So Bayley retained. She got a new finisher maneuver, which kind of like diving Nikki head first or some kind of something like that. I guess it was her indie move when she was...
For Bayley's?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, after that, immediately after the match, there was no time to celebrate because NXT Women's Champion Shayna Baszler appeared. She pushed Sasha into the ring post, taking her out. She then enters the ring and does a running knee on Bayley. Then shoves Nikki Cross out of the ring. Takes off her jacket. Hits Bayley with a power slam, I believe. Yeah, it's power slam. And then she put on her jacket back, or she was about to, and then she dropped it, hit a running knee, another running knee on Bayley, knocked her out, put on her jacket, grabbed the title, kind of posed in the middle of the ring, a bunch of NXT chants, and then she walks out through the crowd. So we get a little bit of a tease for the rest of the night, a little foreshadowing of a takeover. When we return, Pat McAfee has replaced Aiden English. Pat obviously is an NXT pre-show analyst and former football player.
Yeah.
Kathy Kelly was backstage, also an NXT announcer. Kathy Kelly backstage. She interviewed Sami Zayn, who obviously did not go to Crown Jewel. He said he noted that NXT was here and that nobody in NXT should mess with him because he will hurt them. Well, he turns around and Matt Riddle and Keith Lee show up, and he immediately kind of takes back what he says and says, I used to be the heart and soul of NXT. And he even said, I even have a shirt. He pulls on his zipper. It's just a plain black shirt. And they said, that's just a black shirt. And he says, oh, I took it off because I was eating a salad with an oily dressing. I didn't want to stain it. I left it in the car. He's like, I could go get it. He's like, you guys stay right here. But I'll go get it. You guys stay right here. And he's like, oh, I'll go with you. And so they follow him, and he's as they're walking behind him, he's just like saying, no, it's fine, guys. Just stay over here. And then he runs. He makes a run for it. They chase him out to the ring, grab him, dump him in the middle of the ring. Riddle's wearing his flip-flops as he always wears. One of them's in the ring. Sammy tries to give it back to him as a friendly gesture. He throws it out. Riddle hits a ripcord knee. Then he hits his finisher, which is I believe it's called the Broderick. And then Lee hits a moonsault from the second rope on Zayn.
That's a big one.
Yeah, very impressive. And they sent all their music hits, so more of a NXT takeover there. Next up, we had Miz TV. He was going to interview himself. Okay. Because Bray Wyatt was supposed to show, but obviously Bray doesn't have teleportation powers.
Or he's not
overseas.
And he's not VIP.
No, he's not VIP.
He's not VIP.
Sorry, James. Not everyone can be VIP.
I'm just surprised at the number of people who are not VIPs.
Apparently a lot of people who are not VIPs. But as Miz was talking about, he even mentioned, he was happy to see Sami Zayn get his. And he was interrupted by Tommaso Ciampa, former NXT champion. They cut a little bit of a back and forth promo. Ciampa said Miz needed a reality check and calling him everything that was wrong with Raw and SmackDown, saying, you play the part, I am the part. And Miz said, well, if you want to prove it, let's have a match right now. They have a match. Pretty good match. Ciampa won with the fairy tale ending, his finishing move. Got the 1, 2, 3. So NXT's dominant and continues to be.
Now this is good writing. This whole.
Oh, this was excellent writing. So.
Especially done on the fly.
Especially, I think that's when they work best. When they're backed in the corner, they bring out the big guns. And,
Yeah. If you give them time to sit and think, then you get Brock on one show and Bray on the other.
Oh dear. All right. Daniel Bryan was backstage and confronted Shawn and Triple H, saying, "What's going on?"
Mm-hmm.
He's like, well, and then Triple H said, speaking of Survivor Series, you mentioned it. Triple H said, well, last night we saw the video of NXT getting called out. We were called out, so if you're gonna call us out, we want to know what's up. So they said we're gonna show up, and said that there were some travel issues, but they showed up, and Daniel Bryan challenged Triple H to a match, and they teased it. They were having to stir off. The fans were into it, and then Triple H backed off. He's like, oh, well, I actually didn't bring my gear. I don't want to wrestle in a suit. And during the time, Shawn's taking out his jacket.
And they have his.
And he's like, but I do have someone else who would be interested. And everyone thinks it's Shawn. Daniel looks at Shawn. And then immediately as he looks at Shawn goes, oh, it's cold in here. He's like, yeah, put on your jacket. Back on.
Jesus.
Like it's cold. And he's like, and then Triple H said, champ, Adam Cole. Right here. I didn't bring my hat because it's a little chilly, so. But I wore the colors right here. Got the golden black here.
Oh Lord.
And he said.
And you had a big pop in the Ethan Envy household.
That's right. And Daniel said, "You want to prove yourself? Put the NXT Championship on the line." So for the first time ever, we had the NXT Championship being defended on Friday Night SmackDown.
And I heard it was a really good match.
It was a stellar match. They got almost 30 minutes. I think that was at least 20-something minutes. For sure. Next up,
clean finish.
Oh, it was a clean finish.
I already went over.
It was great.
I'm sure it was
amazing.
It was
stellar.
It sounds like it was a great night in the Ethan India.
Oh, I was extremely happy. Next up, we had Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville, expecting Carmella and Dana Brooke in a tag team match. However, they were attacked by Bianca Belair. She was.
Oh my God!
She was beating them like
That's where she threw him over the. She threw Carmella like.
She threw him. Yeah,
she threw her over the trunk, over that.
She acted like she owed her money or something.
She
was laying down and beating on her.
That was a great. I saw that on Twitter. That was great.
And Mandy and Sonya looked surprised, and then we heard Rhea Ripley's music. Inaugural NXT UK Women's Champion, and Tegan Nox, another NXT UK as well as NXT competitor.
She only just came back, right?
From injury, yeah. By the way, Tegan Nox and Dakota Kai had a stellar match with the Kabuki Warriors for the NXT Women's Tag Team titles on NXT. Good match. Obviously, Kabuki Warriors retained. But getting back to this, it was pretty much a squash. This is, in fact, where Tegan Nox threw Sonya to Renee Young. That caused her to get a bit of a bloody nose. Renee wasn't happy, but apparently Tegan did apologize on Twitter. Renee accepted it, so it was an accident. But Tegan and Ripley won the match relatively quickly. After this main event, stellar match. Watch the match. I don't know what to say. Great match. Triple H and Shawn were watching. Throughout the night, Pat McAfee was praising NXT, saying this was the greatest SmackDown ever. You'll never forget this date, and it's true. It's a very memorable date.
Oh Lord!
Yeah, I mean it is. No, aside from everything.
No,
it
is.
Essentially, Daniel Bryan was the finish of this match was Daniel Bryan was gonna hit his running knee. He got hit with a super kick, and then Cole hit the Panama City Sunrise, which is like the Canadian Destroyer from the middle world. He jumps from. And then he hits his running knee, which is the last shot, which is his finisher. He gets victory. He pins Daniel Bryan, former 5-time WWE champion, in the middle of the ring. Adam Cole. And apparently, this was Vince's decision to make this match end clean. So, people gotta give Vince some creative.
So I mean, just the whole thing. Again, going back to the Belair thing, I had heard before, she calls herself like the strongest woman in NXT.
She's the strongest, the fastest.
And I never got it. But after I watched that, I'm like, this is great stuff. Because she threw her like it was nothing. But I think that goes to exactly what this show was. This show was.
It was unpredictable.
It was unpredictable. It got new faces over, which is what the people in the internet wrestling community have been asked for forever.
It was
and that's why they like it.
Well paced, well scripted, well planned out. for a short amount of time.
Mhm.
Apparently, Triple H obviously had a lot of.
I was gonna say, I
influence.
wonder how much of it he wrote, and I don't know if
They
Bruce
flew-
Pritchard was on the plane. I don't know if he was coming back from Saudi
I don't know.
Arabia.
He was probably on Vince's plane.
He's a VIP.
He's a VIP. And
But because even then, even if you had something written out or you were going to use the time on the plane to get it figured out, thinking you guys were going to come over, there's
Right.
no way. I would say a lot of that had to have been Triple H writing that.
I'm sure because he knows also as the NXT, he obviously got the people he wanted to get over.
Yeah,
he got
yeah,
the
yeah,
Women's
yeah.
Champion over. He
Mhm.
got Tegan and Ripley over, who were
Yeah.
big deals at Belair. He got the NXT Champion over.
Mhm.
Ciampa's over. Like, and then after the match, everyone came out. A few other guys that didn't appear,
Yeah,
but they were there.
yeah.
Came out and he gave a very DX Army kind of speech.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I
With,
think I caught some of it. We are NXT.
We're NXT but he says you look to your blood, you look to your family, he holds them all, and
Mhm,
it's a
mhm.
family, and yeah, it was great. And it closed out with it's your move, Raw and SmackDown. So Survivor Series, 3 weeks, Raw versus SmackDown versus NXT. I don't know how the match is gonna go, but
Mhm.
it should be interesting. We're out of time. It's crazy. We won't have a show next week because it is a holiday for us. So
Mhm.
episode 99 is going to have to wait for 2 weeks. I know James is unfortunately going to miss that show.
James is gonna be on
Possibly.
assignment.
Yeah. Assignment.
You guys make it out like I don't do stuff.
No, I know you don't.
No, I know.
And then episode 100 will come. Hopefully, we'll have an announcement for the next time we meet.
Yes.
We'll figure it out. But until next time, thank you for tuning in. This episode has been too sweet.
Except for the broadcasting right now.
No, but the NXT stuff. Come on,
More
it's great.
specifically that.
It's great. No, well, the intent. No, I was fine with everything. I love NXT, so they can do no wrong. We'll see what happens tonight on Raw.
And stay tuned for updates on when we'll have the 100th episode and everything else going on at Real BTR Radio on Twitter.
For sure. See you guys next time.
22
And we're back. Apparently, Rob, unfortunately, doesn't have his guest for the Golden Spotlight. So guess what?
We're his special guest.
Yeah, we're taking over. This is the continuation of Beyond the Ropes, episode 98. 98.5 in a sense, but not really. It's still going to be 98. Rob will just put these 2 hours together.
Are you gonna put a gold tin on it like Gold Dust?
No, goodness.
No, we're NWO.
No, we're NWO black and white. We should be Wolfpack, but we're not ready for
I
that
just
conversation.
want a gold tin.
Well, apparently I was told gold tint is too gimmicky.
I mean, it works perfect for a wrestling show.
Yeah. What's the problem?
Alright.
Anyways, there's a
You
lot
follow
of
us.
Yeah.
You follow
Or-
us
or-
on social media.
We're getting to.
We'll talk more stuff, but social
We're a little
media.
rusted. We haven't done a 2-hour show in a minute.
A couple weeks. Like 3 weeks ago, probably. Honestly.
Rusty.
No, because it was a last minute thing. At least the last time, I think we were prepared a little bit earlier, but it's all good.
We got left in the plane.
There was. So this is kayfabe news. I don't know if you
Yeah, I've
like,
heard it,
kayfabe
yeah.
news story
Uh-huh.
going around like, what is it? Fans hoping for Raw superstars to have travel issues again.
so you can get
To get more
NXT
NXT
back.
guys. Yeah.
I mean, but then again, doesn't that just go to show? I mean, no one's waiting for the passing of Vince McMahon, but
They just want good creative.
but that's what they say for Triple. Like
They want Triple H.
that's why they want Triple H.
They want
But
good
then
creative.
that's why they want.
I think they just
NXT.
want. Yeah, for sure.
I think
they want good creative first.
Something what I was thinking of when we were talking about NXT during the last hour, the first hour, was I don't want to say this is going to help the ratings. This SmackDown show is going to help the ratings, but I do think it will pique the interest of people. Who are like, who's Keith Lee? Who's
Oh, I think it will.
you know what I mean?
I think it will draw
think-
attention.
Yeah.
This is the best
For
thing
sure.
to happen. We have someone?
Nope.
No.
Especially because they are.
Making sure Rob
maybe
Rob
that's
doesn't have a guest.
We don't get any.
Yeah,
We don't have a run-in.
Yeah.
Any interference. But what was it on? Oh, the
NXT ratings.
Yeah. Well, because too, they're. I mean, not only wasn't a one-time thing. This is a pay-per-view now.
Mhm.
So people are gonna want to know who these people are because by the time the pay-per-view comes around, they're gonna say, "Who's this guy?"
Right. And
So,
especially the way they showed up.
Yeah.
They were very impressive.
Yeah.
You have.
I like how anything involving NXT or even at the time Nexus, they always are all dressed up like the same in uniform.
Well,
Which is almost like what a football team is. That's
I mean, yeah, you're
Actually,
wearing your colors. You're wearing.
that's where that came from.
Survivor
I think
Series
Bruce-
season.
Bruce Pritchard.
It's Survivor Series season, so you're gonna see a lot
Yeah.
of red shirts and blue shirts and now gold
Yeah,
shirts.
yeah.
Which is black, yeah.
I like
So-
the jumpsuit look though. Like I like the
The Shawn Michaels look.
yeah the NXT look.
What do you mean the jumps? Like
What
The
like,
tracksuit?
Yeah, the tracksuit.
yeah.
Jumpsuit
Holy
is the orange jail suit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That's the Michael Myers.
Well, I don't wear suits.
Happy
much,
Halloween.
So. There we go.
Yes, indeed.
Anyways.
All right.
Teaching life
plugs.
lessons here on the show.
Our plugs before I forget. We plug ourselves all the time, anytime. Facebook.com / Beyond the Ropes. What can they find on that page, James?
Well, they could be finding out the draft that we're going to be having pretty soon.
That's
but
right. We're going to talk about that in
Mhm.
a little bit.
In a little bit. And you can also find the episodes Rob is posting on the Facebook page. I believe we're on number 97.
Is that right? Yeah.
Yeah, we're on number 97. He posted that yesterday or earlier this week. And this
Predictions?
episode will be on there. We have predictions on there.
This episode will be on there.
This
hopefully
episode will be on there
soon.
Soon. Very
It's
soon.
going to be an extended episode, so it might take Rob a little longer.
A little longer because he
Yeah.
likes to look at my face when he's editing.
Oh dear.
It's that or Bret Hart.
I'll take you over. Brendan. All right.
Thank you.
And then we
Appreciate
also
it.
have Twitter accounts. So you can follow me individually at EthanND95. You can follow James individually at
JHW Reporter.
and you can follow Rob individually at
Front Floors Media.
and you can follow us all collectively at Real BTR Radio.
Mhm.
It is Real BTR Radio. BTR Radio has 2 R's in it. We're also on you now with the hashtag
Ask questions.
and YouTube. I didn't have it put YouTube the entire time.
Oh yeah.
Why did you guys let me forget YouTube?
Because I went on right.
That's true. Winner yellow, Brock Lesnar.
Yeah.
We're not talking about Brock anyways.
That's fine. Yeah, I hurt my feelings.
Did you guys already read about Seth on there for tonight?
No,
What do you know?
we'll talk. We'll talk
just
about.
interactive.
Oh,
with,
mention the YouTube.
Triple H.
Oh,
Yeah.
I knew there was gonna be an NXT
Yeah.
thing. All right, YouTube.com / Rob Flores Media.
Yeah, just look up Beyond the Ropes with it in the search and it'll
Search
show
up Beyond the Ropes and you'll find all 97
Yeah.
episodes.
Half of them are in the old YouTube channel, and the newer ones now is.
Hold up, you
Yeah.
got 2 YouTube channels?
Yeah, it's because remember the WPMD days was in another older YouTube account.
Oh.
The first few
So
episodes.
you got our show
And then-
split up. You
but-
got them all on.
all chronologically on the Facebook and
Okay.
my regular website.
If you just type in Beyond the Rope Show on
Yeah.
the search bar on YouTube.
They're split up. You gotta
They'll
be
pop
on
up.
one little
Yeah.
package here. Come on.
Are you gonna do it?
You put it on my channel. I don't care.
I might put them on mine too.
I mean, yeah. Anyways, what are we talking about? Oh yeah, plugs.
Yeah.
Plugged everything.
Plugged everything.
I think. 205 Live breaking news.
Do.
Headed to Full Sail University this Friday at least. I don't know about future shows, but this Friday
I thought
will
it was
be
for
live.
future shows, but yeah.
I did not read the full description, but I just read the headline.
So Maverick has a job still.
So does
I don't know.
does
Yeah.
this mean that they're gonna?
I guess.
Does
He's
this
wearing
mean-
205. He's wearing your colors.
It looks like the Undertaker.
You got the Paul Bearer look going on here.
No, okay, so 205 Live was filmed after SmackDown.
Correct. Immediately following SmackDown.
Go
In
ahead.
front of a half empty, out of it crowd. For most nights.
So it'd be before. No. It'd be after. If
would
they
air
should do it
after.
before. Anyways,
But it'll be live in front of a full sale crowd. It's gonna be a hot crowd. Especially
I'm just thinking how they're gonna like. I could see them doing that going forward.
I hope they do.
But it depends though, because if some of those guys are on SmackDown and stuff on Raw, they're gonna have to switch the day in which it's done, no?
I think the guys that are on SmackDown are no longer on Raw and SmackDown are no longer on.
I'm just thinking you have to film 205 Live with NXT.
They should film it with NXT.
Wasn't that's why?
Like the day
Rush.
has to change, or it's not live. Like, I mean, it's live, but it's not.
Yeah, that's the thing. I think adding the live aspect adds to it. So immediately after SmackDown, you could go to the network and watch 205 Live. So I think that's what they're intending. We'll see. I'm sure it'll be a trial run this Friday to see how it goes.
Mhm.
So we'll see. Another new show premiering tomorrow on FS1.
Is it the studio show by anything?
Yes.
I've seen
They had
enough.
2 previous shows, which
Okay.
were good.
Because I've seen enough stuff that made me think it was already a thing.
Yeah, it's WWE Backstage, hosted by Renee Young and Booker T.
I think I saw Christian on it.
Christian and Paige have been on the show. I don't know if they're going to be recurring or permanent.
So no CM Punk.
No, I think they'll
See.
Box let it go. I think.
What's
They're
gonna
per-
happen with the It's a Christian show?
Are they gonna make
That's. I think that was done a long time ago.
But
No, I
there's
thought
a
they-
podcast that's separate.
Oh, I think
I
they're.
thought they came back.
I think Edge. Edge ended it. For
Oh,
some
the
reason.
podcast.
I think he's filming stuff. So he
Yeah,
gets to that
probably.
time.
Probably.
He's been acting. for
Sometimes those podcasts don't last as long as they should.
No.
You gotta get some more stories.
Adam Cole was on that podcast. I heard that one.
I'm sure you did.
That was like the only one I ever heard of theirs. It was
Their
good.
stuff was good. It
good.
wasn't my favorite, but I think it should be cool.
I like their stuff. Alright. So 205 Live, FS1 on
I think
Backstage.
Ring of
Backstage on
Honor-
They, I don't know.
I thought Ring of Honor had something.
Ring of Honor has turned into the new TNA
Yeah.
in terms of company wise.
I need to start watching Power.
Yeah,
That seems to be like the hot new little show.
the hot new underground show is NWA Power
I need to
with
start
Power
watching
with
that.
3 R's. So it's Power.
Power.
So yeah, but we're gonna talk about NWA Power when we return. So we had a commercial break. I know. So when we return, we're gonna talk about NWA Power. Jim Cornette's probably favorite show because he's on it,
He's on it,
and it's
yeah.
very old school. And we're gonna talk about a new signee to the producers in
yes.
WWE.
Yeah.
All that and whatever more I can find during this commercial break,
Mhm.
right here on Beyond the
If
Works.
you can't find nothing, we can always do Bragg stuff.
And we're gonna talk about the draft. But that's a little later. Well, we'll see. And Bret Hart is not gonna be talked about for the rest of the show.
Bet.
Until next time, we'll be right back. Oh, we're gonna talk about The Rock too. Just
What is that?
The Rock.
Oh.
The UFC.
Yeah, that's a funny belt that they have.
It's like a pentagon, right?
I think it's or yeah,
It says
Octagon.
BMF.
Probably.
It's
It's
Bad
bad
Mother,
motherfucker.
And it ended like a Hell in a Cell with referee stoppage. So we could talk about that.
Yeah, was that the controversial
I
one?
think yeah. It was a couple.
Taz should have been the one to present that one.
King Cheeto was there. King Cheeto. Attendant. You know, our banner chief.
Oh, yeah, Trump with that. I was like,
The
what?
WWE Hall of Famer. We can talk about that.
I know. They were saying, someone said there was 2 Hall of Famers there, The
One of
Rock
them's only Donald Trump.
and The Rock and Donald Trump, and something like that.
Yeah, I saw that.
Oh, was that, I think, was that Lance Storm? I think Lance Storm.
I think he. Yeah, he did.
And he's like, yes, people like.
And he's like, The Rock will get in there when
Yeah.
he wants to, when he's available.
When he has an available weekend or something.
Oh, your guest really went Hollywood on this one. He said, I got the Hollywood. They opened up a spot in Improv in Hollywood.
He said, let me slide on
Let's
through.
just get in there.
Rob, if we would have
He's
left,
probably sitting there all day hoping.
if we would have,
That's what they have to do.
if we would have left, Rob would have been sitting here like, what have you
Air
done?
replay probably. Or talk for an hour. Can
I
you
would
talk
have
for
been like, I wrote all these commercials for nothing.
Oh, cancel.
I would have had to just put a big X and be like, replay.
At the top of your feed on the radio.
That's what you're gonna have to do for us in a couple
It's
of
Radio
weeks.
FX. It's free at the App Store. Do it today.
Get ready, because I'm tagging you in to tune in to 22S Radio every Monday night at 6 p.m. Pacific.
Oh, yeah!
As myself, Rob Flores, James Williams, and Ethan Ortiz discuss everything related to the professional wrestling industry.
That was great! Yeah! Right to the kisser! Quiet, McMahon, I'm trying to watch this!
So don't miss a single episode of Beyond the Ropes.
Oh, my heart. What? got some breaking news. Let's go.
Quiet on the set.
I'll
Can
share it
we
right now.
please have quiet on
Oh,
the
look,
set?
cancel. Exit. Abort. You're gonna love this.
Lana and thing
Hey,
broke up.
I'm Ralph Flores, the host of the
Don't
Golden
worry, it's not-
Spotlight.
Not Rusev.
Join
I
me
mean,
every
Lana
Monday at
and
7 p.m. Pacific
No.
as I showcase a
what's-
variety of guests.
I am what they refer to
I'm
as
hungry.
Hi,
Two.
I'm Carla Perez, otherwise known as Rita Raposa. My name
I'm
is
still
Rita
mad.
Raposa, a television
mad?
series.
I have so many things I could ask. I
so
could have
mad,
asked
people
her.
mad.
Tell her to come back.
You should try
Oh.
Is she easy to get a hold of?
Nah, I think ever since the new reboot Power Ranger movie came out, all the Rangers are like,
Oh, they're
Oh,
in
the big
demand
shots.
again.
yeah. That did it for
They're
the.
You got her when she gets.
Comic-Con now,
Some
right?
steps
Yeah.
into the
Yeah, they're
spotlight.
probably back.
They're
in.
everywhere now.
They're supposed to be having another one, I
With
think.
Helen Stoller on
And Total
22
Reboot
West
all over
Radio.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah. Oh no, they're redoing the same one. The new one that just came out.
13 seconds.
They're redoing that again.
22
Or
West
no.
Radio.
Like the Hulk,
KKJZ
like the Incredible
833.
Hulk. They're just
And on the
redoing.
Oh,
internet
never
at
placed
22westradio.com.
Yeah. I thought there was nothing wrong with it.
And we're back with Beyond the Ropes, episode 98. Because we are BTR Pro Wrestling Talk. I'm Ethan.
James.
Rob. And as always, Facebook.com/Beyond the Ropes, where we post videos, predictions, and so much more. We are also on Twitter. Follow me at Ethan95. You can follow James at
JHW Require.
and you can follow Rob at
Rob Flores Media.
and you can just search up Rob Flores and Beyond the Ropes and you'll find 97 episodes uploaded to his various channels. I had no idea he had multiple. So, yeah. Anyways, some breaking news I just found out. This was apparently an hour ago, so it's not that breaking. Probably happening right now, but Seth Rollins will face Adam Cole for the NXT
Oh,
Championship. A dream match is happening on Raw. And yes,
Tonight?
Tonight. And the Undisputed Era.
That means it's happening right now.
The Undisputed Era didn't show up on Raw. Here's a photo right here. There they are. I should have worn my hat. Disappointed. I'm heartbroken. I can't wait to get home and watch it, but it's exciting stuff. Some more exciting stuff. A former WWE superstar and one of probably the most underrated. Can you say underrated?
One of them.
Superstars to ever step foot in the WWE ring is making his return, but not to compete, rather a producer role. He is closing his very famous wrestling school.
Yeah, it's very highly regarded to a lot of
Yeah,
people.
a number of guys. Tyler Breeze, Peyton Royce, Rachel Elwing, the daughter.
It wasn't open that long ago, right? I feel like he was only a year or two.
No.
Brian
It's been
Pillman
10
Jr.
years.
I think.
Like I feel like he's Brian Pillman Jr. I feel like he's maybe
Dominic, Rey Mysterio's son, obviously your favorite wrestler.
yeah the
Apparently-
the bumping machine.
Another rumor is he's gonna start at the Performance Center next year. So you
when
wonder
he becomes of age or something, or
when he's like 22.
I mean he's already getting the
So we'll see.
work,
Yeah. So
bumping left and right.
but it's Lance Storm.
Yeah,
I mean, I mentioned his name, but it's Lance Storm. So good for him.
that's a good deal.
He's wrapping up his final.
You know they're gonna get him in the Performance Center sooner or later.
Oh, I'm
He's
sure.
not just gonna be a producer.
He's done training, like guest trainings. at the
There
Performance
before.
Center, yeah, so
Yeah.
I'm sure that's what led to this
Mhm.
this full-time position back as a producer. So if he's putting together matches, that's gonna be good
Yeah.
matches
Definitely. The psychology and
for sure.
good with psychology came up in the business with Jericho and stuff. And
Yeah. So we haven't talked about AEW at all, and I have still not watched last week's episode, so I couldn't tell you what happened.
I'm trying to get on the power hype train.
I'm more over with Power than I am with AEW right now, to be honest.
I've caught some of it late night when I was getting ready to go to bed, and the entrance was very old school. The interview style is very old school.
So let's talk about old school. There is no entrance music.
Okay, I didn't know that.
No, there's none at all.
Yeah, I didn't
There's
know
no video screens. It's just a curtain. You walk out through the curtain. So it's essentially a studio show, like the
Yeah,
old days
right.
in Atlanta,
Like the Dusty Road days and everybody else.
like the old school NWA days, and there's a studio audience. Around maybe 100 people, 200 people, maybe a couple hundred. You've got a giant curtain right here, and you've got right next to it you've got the interview desk, which is like a podium, and you have the interview little bit of a
Yeah.
setup there. Then you have the ring right here, and you have the commentators in this corner, which are Jim Cornette and I believe the other one, I don't remember his name, but he used to, I don't know if
Not
he
Josh
still does.
Matthews, right?
No.
No,
He
no.
used to, I don't know if he still does, work for Championship Wrestling from Hollywood. So,
Not Kevin Kelly?
no, it's someone else. It's,
Okay.
He hasn't worked, for a major company,
Mhm.
but he was doing Championship Wrestling from Hollywood. I don't know
Oh,
if he's still doing it.
okay.
But
Not Pro Wrestling Guerrilla, right? Oh, that's Colt Cabana show though, right? No? Because Colt Cabana's on
Colt
Power.
Cabana was on Power. Yeah, it might be
Yeah,
from that
the
show.
Championship Wrestling.
Yeah, for sure. But essentially old school entrances. It has an old school look to it. They have fake commercials because this is on YouTube, by the way. Just search up NWA, and you'll find it's an hour long.
It's a really clean little product.
It's a clean, very old school product. They have fake commercials where they're throwing like 80s references and stuff, which is interesting.
I know they had. I know. I saw Magnus.
He is their heavyweight champion.
Yeah, he's still the champion.
The 10 pounds of gold holder.
Mm-hmm.
So after every match, they cut promos.
Oh,
they
is
go
that
to the
every
promo.
match?
So everyone, at least wins. And before that, even they have promos too, and these promos are phenomenal.
And the guy I was thinking of, the guy we were talking about off air, is it Ricky Starks?
Yes.
Yeah, that's my
Yeah,
guy.
I believe his name.
I think that's my guy.
He cut a very. I never heard of him. He cut a very.
He's the
strong
reason.
promo.
There was they had that promo on Twitter, and I clicked on it.
Yeah, you shared it.
And then I shared it, and that made me want to watch Power.
Yeah, I mean,
So-
and you've got a number of notable names. You've got obviously Nick Aldis, who is the world champion. He was in Impact Wrestling for a very long time. You've got I'm drawing blanks now. You got Mr. Anderson.
That's the other.
You've
name.
got formerly known as Damien Sandow.
Mhm.
Blanking on his name now. But you've got Homicide, formerly of LAX, teaming with
What's
Eddie
it?
Kingston, who was also in Impact for a bit. You've got Colt Cabana, as you mentioned.
Mhm.
James Storm is their national champion.
Okay.
And Sienna, or Allison Kay, formerly known as Sienna, she is their women's world champion. She was in Impact as well. So a lot of men and women went from Impact to NWA. Also, Eli Drake, a personal favorite of mine, is over there now. So you've got some names,
Yeah.
for sure. And spoiler alert, I don't know if they've appeared on TV yet, but the Rock and Roll Express are there
Yeah.
as well. So
Yeah.
it's
What's
a
his
solid
name?
show.
Jim Cornette's favorite.
Jim Cornette's favorite type of wrestling.
I'll have to check it out. I
Yeah.
believe they're up to 4 episodes on YouTube now.
4 episodes. Episode 5 will be up tomorrow. They're on Tuesdays. They release them on Tuesdays. I'm 2 episodes in, and you can catch up. Catch up on 2 episodes. Rob, you gotta watch. You have YouTube.
I think I only saw like one match. Eli Drake came out.
He's an instigator on that. Just watching by the first 2 episodes, he's an instigator on
Okay.
that show.
I'll
Yeah,
watch it.
I haven't. He did have a match, but
It's such a short walk from the interview desk to the ring.
it's a stage. It's a total like old school stage. So sound stage.
Everybody watch episode 1, and we'll discuss next week.
Yeah, I for sure. Let's do that. So that's NWA Power. So that Impact had their official premiere last week on Access TV.
How did it go?
I didn't watch it,
I didn't either.
but the results. There's a new Impact champion,
Steve Harvey?
Sammy Callahan.
Oh,
He said Steve Harvey.
Look, just because he bought the
I forgot who I am.
yeah.
Steve
Oh,
Harvey. He
dear.
said Steve Harvey. He was quick with it too.
You were waiting for that, weren't you?
I'm trying to imagine what Steve Harvey's entrance down the ramp would be.
It's probably the Family Feud.
There you go.
That's the Price is Right, I think, but I know what you're going for.
Maybe, I don't know.
They sound similar.
Yeah.
There's I know what you were getting.
But yeah, no. So I have to watch Impact. I have to try and catch up on that too.
You gotta watch AEW.
Yeah.
There's some clips.
And you know why we have to try and watch all this stuff? Because we got a draft coming.
There's a draft happening on our special 2-hour
Mm-hmm.
special episode. We don't know when it's gonna air yet because
Holidays and stuff.
holidays and someone's gotta go on assignment.
Yes. That is me.
Yes. You actually do have
We'll make it happen.
some work, but it's gonna happen before the end of the year.
Yes.
We can't confirm that.
Promise.
Before December 9th?
25th.
Before December, it's gonna be before mid-December. We can't confirm. Next week there will not be a show. We did talk about that at the end of the last hour. But Rob and I will be back for episode 99, and I think we might do maybe a countdown show or something. I don't know. We'll figure that out.
The top 10 matches in Bret Hart's career.
And you won't have a single clue what they are because you won't be on the air, and you won't have your opinions or.
I can send them in advance.
We'll let you send in other top 10 stuff in advance, but we're not sure about the draft. So, since you brought it up, let's talk about it a little more, shall we? Let me see.
How many people are we doing? Are we doing like 10 people each? I think you have this written down, no?
Oh, yes, so 10. What are we going to do with 10 people?
How many people are we?
30.
Oh, okay.
We're going to have fun with it.
No, that's fine. I'm just
15 male.
Wait, how many promotions again?
There's not 15 women each.
No. 15 male.
Okay.
10 women.
Okay.
So that's 30 women for us.
Yeah.
That's
I still don't think there's that many. There might be.
5 tag teams.
Okay. Are there? Wait a minute now. Are there 15 tag teams?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So
Wait.
wait. So what happens if a team breaks that?
We'll discuss that one later.
Okay.
How about semi-retired people?
You're
No,
gonna
I mean that's on you. That's on you.
You're
That's
gonna
on you.
lose because they're not working regularly.
I mean that's why you gotta be smart about it though, because
you want full-time guys.
like I'm not picking Brock Lesnar.
No. And so 15 male, 10 women, 5 tag teams, and 5 wild cards. Now, the wild cards are anyone you want. Male, women, or tag team.
Okay. And managers, you could be Paul Heyman or whatever.
I didn't think about managers.
Just leave it as a wild card. Manager, it could be Lana, it could be whoever.
I guess.
It could be
Commentator.
It could be a commentator. Yeah, you can make it a commentator.
That's fine.
A
That's
backstage
collaborative.
person.
Yeah, for sure. If you guys want to include that, that's fine. It can be anyone.
Okay.
Full time. Alive. It doesn't have to be full time. It has to be alive.
Anyone with the pulse.
It has to be alive though.
So
I mean, technically, you could get a point once a year when they mention the Warrior Award.
No, but
well, no, you gotta get Dana Warrior then.
Dana.
That's who you're getting your point from.
Is she still writing? I don't know if you remember.
Is she still what?
They said she was giving the women's perspective.
Right, she was giving. We were talking about it. She like in the spring. She was writing or coming in to help out in the creative for the women's perspective of the show. You were okay with it? You didn't know much about it.
I mean, it could have been a female wrestler.
I didn't hear about that. I didn't know.
You were on the show. I'm pretty sure you were there.
I don't think I knew about this.
Yeah.
I was ready to walk out.
I don't know if she's actually working with them anymore. I haven't heard anything about it, so it could just be a one-time.
I was ready to walk out.
No.
I'd never heard of that.
That was a spring story, yeah.
I mean, technically, a great potential female producer could be Victoria now.
Yeah, she retired.
Yeah.
Or she's going to retire at the end of the year.
She's almost done. November, but.
Hall of Fame.
And you can go on IGTV and see my interview with her at JHW Reporter.
On Instagram.
Yeah.
Right.
IGTV, yeah.
Not everyone has.
How long was the interview?
That's what the focus did.
Huh?
How long was the interview?
Like 34 minutes.
I saw it.
It was like 2 years ago.
Yeah. I don't know.
I tried to stir the pot and try and get her and Charlie Murray.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. I think
Instigator. Troublemaker.
Yeah, I was fantasy booking. Yeah, I was.
Well, we're not doing fantasy booking. We're doing the fantasy league right
Okay.
now. So, 15 male
Okay.
superstars, wrestlers.
Yeah.
10 women, 5 tag team, 5 wild cards. We've now concluded that it will be managers, commentators, GMs,
Okay.
anyone
Is
that's alive.
Enzo signed to anybody?
No, but if you want to pick them for future things,
So
go for it.
So, factions are considered a tag team.
Okay, so the Undisputed Era. Okay, so wait a minute.
Hold up.
Hold on. Only reason why I say
Could be any faction.
I think tag team has to be 2 people. I don't think you can do factions.
You don't want to do faction?
No.
Unless you limit the number of factions.
Well, because if you do Undisputed Era,
Okay.
Then you're getting a point over here. Then you're getting like
Right.
because how many of those guys are really attacked? You got 2 guys who are attacked.
Okay, so whatever you say, one faction.
Yeah, they could trade.
So I'm saying you can get.
They could be in the wild card.
Are there 2 of them tag team champions? Are they tag champions?
They're tag team.
Who is it? Riley and.
O'Reilly and Fish.
Then that's the tag team. You can't do a
No,
faction.
no, they're wild card then.
How many other factions are
Yeah,
there?
I mean that's still possible.
There's a bunch of factions.
How name them?
New Day. The Club?
The Elite, the New Day, the Club, Jericho's Inner Circle. That's like 5 guys right there. You've got, Imperium from NXT UK.
Bullet Club still a thing over there in Japan?
Okay.
Like 10 guys on there.
As long as there's enough. My thing is, as long as there's enough.
There's
to
plenty of factions.
Make it count.
NWA Power probably has a faction for all.
When
Impact has one.
When I get the first pick, I'm picking Undisputed Era.
I dare you. Watch what happens.
Wait,
Watch what happens.
how many
You're gonna have to
ECW
trade your whole
originals
roster.
are still around?
Huh?
That are actually wrestling?
ECW original?
Yeah.
Well, they're in TNA. Well, RVD and at least Rhino are.
Yeah.
They're not a faction.
Okay, so speaking of picks,
Okay, so
how are we
faction-
gonna
have we
determine who
s-
gets the first pick?
Have we decided factions are tag teams or wild cards? What do you guys want? Or both, I guess.
It has to be wild card.
Okay, so we'll include factions.
I thought
in the
wild
card.
Okay, so wait. So you cannot pick AJ Styles separately?
Sure, you can.
If AJ Styles is picked, you can't do a faction.
You could get Gallows and Anderson as a tag team.
Yeah, right. Which you can't.
But I guess you can if he's taken.
Okay.
Unless you want to do a
Okay.
trade. We can talk about trades after.
Yeah. Okay. So who's gonna get the first pick?
We could probably download an app.
I'll
that
download
does-
the app. the
I don't
next
trust your
time-
phone. I don't trust your phone.
Oh, you can do it on the computer.
Maybe.
How? What do you?
I'll download it from my phone.
Oh, why we gotta do it on your phone, huh?
Rob, do you want to do it from your phone?
What do you have to do?
I don't know. There's,
Download-
sure there's an app that
I'll do the app.
I'll do the app.
Or
I
do
got
you-
the phone.
Or do you? We don't have a 3-face coin.
It's sad that the-
I don't know. The pen could spin. Or
Oh, we can do spin the pen.
Okay.
We're gonna do it right now.
Yeah, why not? Why not?
No,
Why
test
not?
trial.
Spin
Why
the
not?
pen?
Test trial. He
See what
said.
happens?
This is
But
a
if
test.
it lands on him, oh Rob, oh you
No, I
skewed
thought-
it. Oh no, Rob.
That's me. That's me. I got something.
Rob, I don't like that it's going to you all the time.
what the?
Bias,
Here,
man.
hold
There
on.
you go.
All right, it went to James.
I'll spin it. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so just do it once, and that's it.
It got to James again.
No, I went this way.
You know, we spin it 3 times and it still goes to James.
Okay, so let's do
Doesn't
the
count.
first. Let's do the first pick right now, so we can start studying.
He's
for it.
got some
No,
good
no,
luck.
no.
It's
When
been
you gonna
3
do the
times
first
and it
pick?
goes to
The 100th
James.
episode. It's a full. I'm gonna split it up in 2 segments.
And then we're gonna. Okay.
It's been 3
That's
times
fine,
on you in
that's
a
fine,
row and
that's
it still got you.
All right, that's fine.
Look.
Okay.
Who's
That
keep
was
on- who's
that
keep
was
on-
a lot of good luck
Okay.
right there.
You
Okay.
want the first pick,
Okay,
so-
I guess we could spin for who spins second now.
No, we're not.
We're not
this
gonna.
doesn't count.
We're gonna do
This
it.
doesn't count.
to
We'll do it at
start
live.
the show.
We'll do it on the 100th episode.
We're gonna have very little plugs on that show. We're gonna plug at the beginning, and then we're gonna get right into the spinning of the pen.
And then we'll get into
then
our
we're
news,
gonna
and then
try.
we'll get into our segments. And stuff. I got the show laid out
Okay.
already. I'll leave
Alright.
it at that. But, so.
Are we gonna have a list of people?
Yeah, I gotta print that out.
Just make it.
And the blue
just
and the
compile
red
the
and the
list.
purple marker.
Okay.
Just
Um,
compile the list and then
Let's
email
talk,
it.
let's talk about the rules.
Okay.
Every week, myself, James,
Yes.
Rob, will earn points by the roster competing or appearing on television. So you preferably want someone on television.
Well, I mean, NWA is YouTube, so.
We could count YouTube. For
You have
NW,
to,
for
for
NWA.
power.
For NWA only.
Whatever the main platform is.
Yeah.
Whatever the main platform is.
For
so
that
A-
show.
So AEW Dark.
What about their
Doesn't get any
respective
points.
social media accounts?
Are we-
Like promos. That
What is
Social media
Dark
doesn't
is on
count.
YouTube?
No, now you're getting complicated with the social media.
Dark's on YouTube.
AEW's
Where is AEW Dark on?
YouTube. It's their
Um,
secondary show.
Eventually, they might get a network deal. That one.
Are we counting that? If we're gonna count NWA Power, which is on YouTube, are we counting?
No,
So, 'cause
just
you're
stick
counting
to- I would
SmackDown
say, I would say
and
yes, but you just
NXT.
need to stick to the main show because
Okay.
then it's gonna be too much Jack.
Okay,
Then you got
so-
Jack every YouTube show and
So we're sticking with Monday Night Raw,
yeah,
Tuesday NWA Power,
yeah.
which is on YouTube. But we'll
Okay,
count
you
it.
know that header, that schedule that you
I
had.
have it.
We'll go off.
Ring of Honor's on there too, right?
Jesus,
And
that's
New
like
Japan?
20 shows.
I mean, but that's every main show.
But are we really gonna draft people from every show?
No, but that's what I'm saying. But if there is,
Okay.
then you
So
then
no,
they're
but
on
I'm
the
saying
show.
I'm saying the
Because you
shows
got
that we're mainly gonna.
because you got UK.
We're gonna talk about Monday Night Raw, Power, AEW Dynamite,
Yeah.
NXT, Friday Night SmackDown, Jewel Flight. No.
Yeah.
Yeah,
If there's people, I mean,
NXT UK. I mean,
There's a lot of
these are
people.
like sub brands. That's why.
no,
I've never seen a
The
single
thing is,
episode of UK.
no, but the thing is, I mean, but if none of y'all pick Walter, I'm gonna pick Walter.
You could get Imperium. That's
I don't know
faction.
who that is.
That's Walter's faction.
Oh, I don't need them. I just want Walter.
That's fine. You know, lose out on 3/4.
No, but you know what I mean? I mean, it's just
Yeah.
kind of wherever
Okay.
you go. First of all,
Alright.
if you draft, whoever you draft, you know who you're drafting, so
All right. So
you
we're
have to follow those shows.
for sure. And so we're gonna focus on the brands, except AEW Dark, which is the secondary.
Yeah.
Not counting. Impact on the access. We're talking about.
So are we doing?
But what
Are
if
we doing
AEW Dark
pre-shows?
gets big and then there's big people?
Then we'll adjust. But the thing
It's
is,
secondary.
so a show like AEW Dark, or even we'll talk about pre-shows. But the point is like, if you're on that show, do you really count? Like, I mean, are you really in a storyline, or are you really gonna be getting any sort of
I
point?
mean,
in
Kenny
it?
Omega was on it.
Yeah,
He did it. Have.
I mean, if we're counting multiple brands of
He did
WWE,
watch.
Honestly, everyone's gonna be more that. Majority of the people are gonna be coming out of Raw and SmackDown.
Yeah, if we're being honest, majority of people
So,
are
yeah.
gonna be.
I mean, other than Ricky Starks, I don't know anyone else on Power, except for the people we talked about.
Yeah, that's
so,
true.
That's why, like, I'm not gonna sit there and watch all of Power to see if Ricky Starks.
No, I mean we could also just check results.
Yeah.
Honestly, and see what happens. So that's how.
Because there's a lot of content. You're not
For
gonna
sure.
watch that.
For sure. All right. So we're including every major platform that we can.
Whatever the main show.
The main
is.
shows.
Mm.
We'll talk about that. The point system. 5 points for a victory. Pinfall, submission, or a knockout victory.
Okay.
4 points for a victory with a disqualification, countout, or a forfeit. 3 points for the competitor standing tall in a sort of segments, whether it's a brawl, a fight, of some sort. I don't know if we want to specify that more to make it clear that that could be strange territory.
True, or should we just not count that? I think we should just have it as an appearance, because if that's the only appearance they make for the night, like, you still get appearance.
Alright, we'll take that one out.
But I just feel like if you start like, oh, did he really win? I don't know. He hit him with the chair twice. But he hit him with that
Alright, so we're replacing that with appearance, because I have appearance also for
Yeah.
1 point.
If
So-
we can have a spreadsheet that can.
Yeah. So we want
Okay.
appearance for 3 points? Or how many points?
How many points do you have it at?
1 point.
Usually at 1 point.
Okay.
I don't have to.
Okay, Cat's a
multiply by
promo.
3 if not.
Cat's a promo.
Okay,
2 points.
that's fine.
That's fine. So cutting out 3 points completely, I guess.
what if a commentator mentions them on the next show but they're not on it?
No.
Oh, see, this is where it gets sketchy with commentators.
Why?
They're not cutting promos or having a victory.
You just doing it for appearance point.
Yeah. Alright. I don't know who we want to commentate.
I mean, yeah. I mean,
Rob.
they're just eligible, but it
They're
doesn't
gonna
mean
pick
you gotta
Taz
pick
for
them.
whatever reason. He's doing commentary on the AEW Dark.
Yeah.
By the way, we gotta hit a commercial break because we went over here. But when we return, we'll continue this conversation.
that's
so
fine.
let's keep it going. Right here on BTR.
I just think my whole thing is
The Learning Assistance Center.
I wanna
also
set it
known
up
as
so
the
that we're
LAC,
not
offers the students of Cal State Long
3
Beach
weeks
summer
into it
semester
being
any
like,
of their learning needs.
I'm
The
not
LAC
gonna
has sport
count
programs that offer our design
DQs and
develop
like
skills to study more
and
academic
micromanage a whole
enhance English
thing. If
language
you
and
just keep it
writing
a
skills,
like,
one-on-one tutoring,
yeah,
individual
yeah.
and drop-in tutoring, as well
Okay,
as
so how are we
individual
gonna track it?
instruction classes
Are we gonna have it on a
that offer students
spreadsheet?
a more condensed version of the courses
and make a
that
tab for
they
every week?
The LAC is open Monday through Thursdays till 7
I'm just
p.m.
saying.
and on Fridays
I just want to
It's
know.
located inside the Horn Center.
I think we should do it on a spreadsheet throughout the week. Like, keep track of you're gonna have to track your own stuff. So do it throughout the week. Do it over the weekend before you come on the show. Come on to the show
Hi, I'm
prepared.
Pat Graham, inviting you to join me Thursday
You know what I mean?
afternoons, 3 to
I mean,
5
just to
at
make it a
Lewis
talking
Highway,
point on
right here
that.
on
Yeah.
22 West Radio. Together, we'll listen to masters of the past, like Muddy Waters and Coco Taylor, and today's living legends, including Al Blake and James Harmon. It's 2 wonderful hours of non-stop blues.
Yeah, I
And
mean, I
since
don't
my
think it
show
needs to be too
originates from
complicated.
Long
And I
Beach,
just think,
California,
like,
I spotlight
making
Southern
an
California
appearance
blues
1
groups
point or 3
at the
points,
top
it
of
doesn't
that
matter. It's
4
going to
o'clock
add
hour
up to
as
whatever
I
it's
bring
going
you
to add up
blues
to.
localized.
You know what I mean?
So I'll see you
So
Thursday
1 point's
afternoons,
fine.
3 to 5, right here on
Did we have 0 points for a
22wesradio.com
loss?
for the Blues Highway.
Losses.
Let's
or no
ride.
points? Just no points. I don't know if you want to do track.
No, you get an appearance. You get a point for an appearance.
Those finger snaps inspired.
But you don't get a
Tell
win.
that kid to snap one more time.
You know what I mean?
One more time. One more time.
So we're adding multiple points.
Snap again.
Yeah,
It's mornings on the
you
beach.
make an appearance, you get a point. You win, you get 3 points on top of the appearance. Yeah.
Dramatic.
Got a promo, you get points.
If they haven't discussed
Yeah, you got a promo,
You
you
get the whole package.
yeah.
Every morning at 9 a.m. Pacific, you never know what's coming
Now,
next.
booths are
Alright,
plus. Booths. Booths. Oh, booths.
You know, those big padded things that everybody loves to sit in.
Either way, it works.
Long Beach State's other morning show, Mornings on the Beach, right here every morning at 9
After that?
on 22 West Radio at 22westmedia.com
We live?
and on the Radio FX.
No, there's two more promos and
Two more.
Got something on your mind?
Talking about your mental health doesn't have to feel weird.
In fact, it's actually quite healthy.
Join us every Wednesday at 10 a.m. on 22 West Radio for Brains Are Sexy Radio, a talk show that explores topics of mental health in the lives of college students.
At Brains Are Sexy Radio, we believe a healthy brain is a sexy brain. So don't keep it bottled up. Be a part of the discussion at Brains Are Sexy Radio.
You know exactly how you meant it.
Hey everyone, my name is Ernie Rodriguez with the Rock Box here on 22 West Radio. Are you a fan of rock music? Maybe you like the 60s. 70s. 80s. 90s.
Hey, it's the president of Vandy.
What?
Billy Corgan.
Is that who owns it?
Yeah, I think Smashing
Oh yes, even today. Whatever decade of music you like, if it's rock music, you got it here on Rock Box.
Hey, so my idea.
Every Wednesday, 4 p.m. Only on 22 West Radio.
My name is Jake Barabas. I'm a journalism major in my 4th year at Long Beach State, and you are listening to Student Run 22 West Radio.
And we're back with episode 98 of Beyond the Ropes. We are BTR Pro Wrestling Talk. I'm Ethan.
I'm James.
I'm Rob.
And we've got some news. Adam Cole versus Seth Rollins started just a couple minutes ago, so it's building up the show.
Oh my god, I'm sure you're on the edge of your seat.
I know he's going to win because it's for the NXT Championship. Obviously, Adam Cole is taking that title home.
It's a swerve, bro.
Imagine.
It'll bring Seth over there.
Oh, imagine.
And
Yeah.
then they got it. Then he has to quit. Then he has to quit the show, and then he has to go over to the other
Vince
thing.
Russo is live in the studio, ladies and gentlemen.
And joining us.
Our last minute guest right here. We need a weekly Vince Russo appearance. We need to get Vince Russo, Jim Cornette, and then Bruce Pritchard.
That'd be a hot mess.
It'd be a disaster. That would be frightening. I would not want that.
I'd be all for it.
I would, but separately.
Yeah,
Not
I
together.
wouldn't want to be a moderator for that.
For sure.
Okay, so we got the draft kind of figured out.
0 points for losses.
Yeah.
And, no credits.
But okay, I was about to say 0 point, but they appear technically.
If you make an appearance but you don't, if their face comes on camera, okay. So what is an appearance? An appearance is
they show up.
You show up live, not a commercial, not a
commercial,
not the theme song.
A pre-taped segment is fine.
That's fine
They're
if it
on-
relates to storyline or whatever.
If they're on tell the Tron.
If
It's
you
not a
ha-
commercial, but it's
If you accidentally you're shown in a shot, that's a point.
If you're in the background, yeah.
you're a
If
point.
you're helping out with the brawl or something.
Yeah.
How about if they pull an Enzo, they show up in a wig in the audience?
That's a point. You get a point. I mean, if you can identify that's who it is, then you get a point. So if you make an appearance, you get a point. If you make an appearance, have a match, and lose, you don't get points for losing, but you still get the one.
You get the 1 point. So we're
If you
adding,
win,
points.
Yeah.
What if they're dressed like a conquistador or something?
If you can confirm that is
If we
your
can
wrestler
confirm.
behind the mask, then they get a point.
Oh my god. That's good. That's a good
I'm
one.
not even on.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah, your light is on.
One of I feel, isn't it supposed to be? Oh, because it's the orange light.
Yeah.
Okay, I was trying.
Oh dear. Technical issues.
I usually don't look over there.
I know. I always look over there.
Yeah, I forgot about this thing right here.
Some
Anyways.
points. We're on Facebook, facebook.com/BeyondTheRopes. We are also on Twitter at EthanNB95.
At GHW Reporter.
On Flores Media.
And YouTube, just search for Beyond the Ropes. And currently on with the hashtag
Ask Questions.
Quickly run through that. We've run that like 5 times.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, I don't know what we're going to talk about for the next 5 minutes, but
Well, I mean,
some time.
Okay, so they got the invasion again. How many weeks away are we from Survivor Series?
Less than 3 weeks now.
Okay, so first of all, let's just get into the fact that what is this, the main event match again, in which you got Adam Cole in the main event.
The star.
Triple H is really kind of pushing his guy, and again, I think it's going back to what I was saying, that this is gonna be who's Adam Cole, who let's watch NXT. Let's see who's gonna show up on NXT.
He's the NXT champion.
Right.
He's gotta carry the brand.
Right,
so,
exactly,
for sure.
and I think
Who's gonna show up?
I'm curious to see who's gonna show up on NXT.
Are both Raw and SmackDown gonna invade NXT
I mean, you never know. You never know. And I think that might be a good way to get some of those 205 Live guys in there too.
Yeah, I mean,
because why else? I just think it's weird that they're gonna be there.
Well, the NXT Championship is already the NXT Cruiserweight Championship is like.
Yeah, that's right. That's what they
It's
call
a
it.
title now, so.
Yeah,
the
so
Cruiserweight's
they're
on NXT now.
Yeah,
pretty much. So.
Yeah, it's kind of.
It's a division.
That's kind of weird, but.
Yeah,
Yeah, but if it's still its own show, then that's fine. But I do think that this does help NXT.
I think it helps Raw and SmackDown as well. Maybe even more.
Yeah,
so.
I mean, probably.
From a perspective, NXT is more liked than Raw and SmackDown currently.
In a way.
From a lot
in a
of
smaller
from the
yeah.
internet
right.
fans, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
NXT is more well liked because of
its quality.
The quality of the in-ring competition, as well as Lana Rusev.
Right. But do you see how easy it bleeds and how easy it was to make it happen on SmackDown? You said you had fun watching SmackDown.
It was a delight.
I mean, so how hard was it? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's not that hard.
It's not.
But when you try to make it super complex.
Here's the thing.
So
they have a lot of talent.
Could you say that the length of the show is not the issue?
I don't think it's an issue at all if you're producing quality content.
That's what I'm saying, yeah.
The problem is you have an influx of talent, talent that apparently is overflowing at the Performance Center. There's no room, and apparently there are a lot of unhappy people there because...
I would imagine so. I mean, well, that's the thing I'm thinking about too. If the NXT, if the Cruiserweight guys are in that now, and...
Well, that too. That doesn't
it's
help.
just getting busy.
But
it's getting packed down there.
That's the thing. I mean,
You
you
know-
have a bunch of talent on Raw and SmackDown. You can't just replace some talent either.
Oh, that's true too. So again, this goes to my next point, and I was thinking about this earlier. Where's John Morrison?
That's what I've been wondering for the last month. I have no idea what's going on.
I mean, you can say they're saving him for the Royal Rumble, maybe, but the Royal Rumble's not coming up anytime soon. I mean, where's a good spot? Where do you put him?
You want some star power, put him on NXT. For the ratings, you want to put him against AEW. You want some recognition, you put him on Monday Night Raw or SmackDown. Probably Raw because there's more time and you probably need more.
I just feel like if he's like you're signing him to use it, like
you're gonna want to build him in a quality program. You're not gonna use him. I think he's
ideally,
signed.
yeah.
Ideally, you're not gonna use him just to put guys over. Like he's still
right.
He's still a star.
Don't bring him back so he can just make an appearance and then he's on
TV.
Velocity,
Velocity, yeah. It's not even airing anymore. But
exactly.
You're right.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
Yeah. But
on Sunday nights, man, do they still do Sunday night?
Saturday night?
Saturday night?
No.
I
They haven't for years. Kayfabe News just broke this news. Michael Cole describes what his son Adam was like as a baby.
Dude.
Oh, I love it. That's
Oh
good.
my
That's
goodness. I thought Kayfabe News. Maybe I'm thinking.
Kayfabe News is just.
It's satire or whatever.
Yeah, satire.
You know what other Twitter account is funny? Have you ever watched or seen the WWE Creative Team Twitter account?
Yeah, I follow them. Yeah.
Yeah, that one's pretty.
They're tweeting ridiculous stuff.
Sometimes it's over the top, but then.
Oh, they just tweeted a minute ago. Seth Rollins wants to win this match so he can get the title, go back to his high school, and be the big man on campus.
Yeah, see?
Oh, dear.
See? He's gonna
Poor
quit.
Seth.
He's gonna quit and go NXT.
Here, I'm just gonna run through their tweets for the next minutes. If you
There you go.
This is WWE Creative Humor. Seth Rollins versus Adam Cole, because why the hell not?
Yeah.
Exactly. Seth Rollins got his pyro twice in one night. Calm down, Wall Street. Look at that. By the way, WWE stock fell dramatically.
Oh, yeah.
It's at $55 right now, so now's the time to buy. My dad has some stock in there.
See, I've always been hesitant about the stock market, just because.
You gotta wait till WrestleMania, because that's when WrestleMania.
And then what? But see,
then you take it out WrestleMania.
Yeah, but then that's the thing, because then I feel like then it gets higher. Like, I mean, it's like, it's gonna get low. I don't know. I'm not patient enough for that.
Yeah, you gotta be patient. It's a waiting game.
I'd be checking it like every hour, like, oh.
Yeah. So, anyways, we are out of time now.
See.
So it's unfortunate, and now we are for sure done, right, Rob?
Maybe we'll have a surprise third hour and just talk about Bret Hart and the Hart Foundation from 1996 to 1998.
That's weird that you can use the years that they were around.
That was my childhood.
Anyways, no episode next week. This is our final hour for today.
Yeah.
No episode next week. Rob and I will be back in 2 weeks for episode 99. We're gonna do something special, maybe a countdown episode or some sort. We'll get James's opinions on certain things, whatever.
Bret Hart's number one.
Number one of worst wrestler of all time.
No.
Then we'll have our special 100th episode in the weeks to come. We'll hopefully announce it by next episode. Rob and I will. Mm-hmm. We'll see what happens. But until next time, thank you for tuning in. We're signing off for the second time. You're going to have to cut out that first sign off from the show, because this episode has been too sweet, and it's been, throw it up, not disputed. Bay.
No. Bret Hart.
Boo.
No.